The ancient Chinese cut out the hearts of anyone caught faking the emperor's paper currency. England holds the record for executing counterfeiters. In 1817, the British hanged 313 people for making or passing phony banknotes. Studies show that millionaires may enjoy better and more adventurous sex with more partners. Studies also show that women enjoy sex more if their partner has more money. Credit cards were first used in the 1920s. Hotels were the first to offer cards to their customers to pay for their hotel stays. Soon, department stores and gas companies offered their own cards. All these cards, however, could be used only at the business that issued them. Then Diner Card arrived in 1950s and could be used at different restaurants and hotels. In 1951, some banks began issuing credit cards that could be used at different places. The word dollar is from the German Thaler, which is an abbreviation of Joachimsthaler, a town near a silver mine. The silver from the mine was used to make thaler, a type of silver coin. The seal on the dollar bill has several symbols. The scale represents justice. The 13 stars stand for the 13 colonies. The key symbolizes the treasury's power and authority. Abraham Lincoln was the first American to be pictured on an American coin in 1909. The designer Victor David Brenner put his initial VDB at the base of the portrait on Lincoln's arm. A quarter has 119 grooves around the edge. A dime has 118. In the past, when coins were made with precious metals, the ridges were created to prevent people from scraping off the sides of coins and sell the precious metals. The bird pictured on American silver dollar was a real eagle named Peter. From 1830 to 1836, people who worked at the United States Mint adopted him to use as model for the drawings. When he died after getting his wing injured in the coining press, they stuffed him. He is still on display in the lobby of the Mint. The country with the worst inflation in the world is Zimbabwe. In 2008, it experienced 6.5 sextillion% inflation. The government keeps the ingredients in the ink used on a bill top secret to prevent counterfeiting. No one knows for sure why bills are green. It is most likely because green ink was the easiest to find when money was first printed. The earliest recorded forgery was in 540 BC when Polycrates of Samos used fake gold coins to pay debt he owed to Sparta. The Massachusetts Bay Colony became the first colony to make coins in 1652. In 1690, Massachusetts also began making paper money called bills of credit. Early Romans used salt as a form of money. In fact, the word salary comes from sal, which means salt in Latin. The average adult has between 8 and 10 credit cards. Approximately 144 million Americans have general-purpose credit cards. Around 44 million pay off their credit card bill in full each month. Around 35 million Americans pay only the minimum payment each month. The average American family carries a credit card debt of $8,000. The earliest banks were ancient religious temples where people stored grain or precious metals they used as money. It wasn't until 1963 that the motto, "In God We Trust," appears on U.S. paper currency. The word bankrupt is from the Italian banca rota, literally, broken bench. In the years of early banking, people who exchanged, stored, and lent money did their business in the public marketplace at a bench. If the man at the bench, or the banker, ran out of money, or was unfair, his bench would be broken. All the gold discovered in the world would be a cube between 62 feet and 82 feet along each side, which would fit into a tennis court. The Chinese invented paper money in the 9th century AD. Its original name was flying money because it could easily blow away in the wind. However, they used it just briefly. The first time paper currency was consistently used was in the 18th century by the French. The word coin is from the Latin word cuneus for wedge, because the die for stamping metal coins was wedge-shaped. George Washington's picture on the dollar is based on a famous 1796 portrait by Gilbert Stuart. Washington first appeared on the dollar bill in 1869. Icelanders use credit cards and debit cards more than any other country in the world. 70% of all consumer business in Iceland is done with plastic, compared to 39% in North America. The FW on the dollar bill means the bill was printed in Fort Worth, Texas. If there is not an FW, the bill was printed in Washington, D.C. The number 13 is represented on the dollar bill several times. There are 13 arrows, 13 leaves in the olive branch, 13 stars, and 13 stripes on the shield. 13 stands for the original 13 colonies that formed the U.S.